Hello.
No, I'm not mad about it. I want to get over it.
Okay. Hi, guys. Tonight we're asking you, viewer, why you're not vegan yet. And everybody out on the street. Very simple little fashion. We're going to ask 3 questions tonight. Hi, what's up, Roland? How you doing? It's a little cooler out, so I got my better gear on, my more friendly gear. It's not like I have to wear the marshmallow coat tonight. We have a sign that says, why aren't you vegan yet? Now we have an issue because I don't have my cards at hand. Let's go! Okay. Welcome everybody to the chat. And nice to see everybody here. Let's see who we can get tonight. We can open some hearts and minds and just share the vegan message. That's what we do on Saturday nights here. And soon to be, hopefully, some daytime activism as well. But right now we're doing kind of exclusively nights. Okay, I'll have a good night. But yeah, can you guys hear me? Quick little mic test. Can you guys hear me? I need to make sure this mic is working. And if I go over here, can you guys hear me here? Okay, thanks for coming in. Come on in, everybody. See, we got some more showing up. You're just getting here. Like and subscribe before you do anything else. Okay, good. Thank you, Roland. What's going on, buddy? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Any questions? Yes. So we ask people why they're not vegan yet, right? Really simple. And then the few quick questions are, the first one is, are you for or against animal abuse? The second question is, do you consider yourself a guardian or a bully? The third question is, would you prefer health or disease? And then we basically tell them, you're already vegan. The problem is we've all been tricked to believe that eating meat is normal, necessary, and nice. And it's an absolute nefarious lie that's fed to us by profit engines. So that's what we're doing here tonight. We usually get multiple people out here in conversations. We hand out cards. All we do is share. There's no debating. There's nothing to debate. We just share information to where it's so suppressed nowadays. People can't get certain information. And someone says, eat more meat. Eat more cow and chicken. It's not nice, buddy. That's like a little child you're talking about. You know? Do you hurt children? I mean, it's not nice. What's going on, buddy? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few questions. YouTube Live. Up to you.
Why not?
You got this. You got this. All right. All I do, I come out here, I was just telling them what I do. We share information with the public, right? That's what we do. I'm James. I'm an animal rights activist. So the 3 questions are super easy. The first one is, are you for or against animal abuse?
I'll say
Against? Okay, yeah, absolutely. Most people are, right? Would you consider yourself as a human being, as a person of character, would you consider yourself a guardian or a bully? What do you think?
I mean, I don't. Somewhere in the middle, maybe.
Okay,
Not all the time
that's
you're
an honest answer. It's an honest answer. I got you. But to the ones you love, to the people that you want to protect, you're a guardian, right? Okay, awesome. The third one is easy, right? Would you prefer? What's your preference? Health or disease? It's easy, right? Okay. And then the last question is, what do you need from a non-vegan diet that you cannot get on a vegan diet? Nutrition.
Nothing really. Like I have, I play sports and stuff. Right?
Oh,
So
hell
I
yeah.
like a lot about nutrition and stuff. I know there's
Okay.
people that do vegan diets and stuff, and it works for them. It does. Like
Yeah.
muscle growth, everything. Like you get all the nutrients you need.
Yeah.
Me personally, it's just a personal preference. Taste, to be honest, that's it.
Taste. Yeah.
I understand, like, I don't like factory farming and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know,
you're
I don't
aware of that.
agree with
Okay,
but
good,
I
good,
am
good.
okay with, to me, in my personal needs, I'm okay with maybe like hunting, like, doing
Okay.
but I do understand why you would want to be vegan.
Yeah. So it kind of goes back to the first three questions, right? And it goes back to ethos and ethics. When we came back to those first three questions, we really see like the real essence behind veganism. The thing is, in 2026, like we know 100%. Like I've been vegan 13 years, right? We know 100% that you don't need anything from the animal, like zero. You know too, which is beautiful. You'll hear all kinds of things. Science Enterprise likes to say K2, D3, B12. It likes to say you're not getting the right protein. It likes to say you're not getting omegas, you're not getting DHA, you're not getting EPA. It's all bullshit. It's all just funded, nefarious, bad messaging. It's meant to be, confusing to people. It's fear mongering, right? So in 2026, we just asked the public, let's throw the gauntlet down. Let's challenge you a little bit, and put the ball in your court. Because not everybody, knows or has had that inflection point. And when you watch TV during the day, when you listen to the radio during the day, you don't get any sound information. You get no sound information. I actually know her.
Oh
I actually know her. How hard? Nice to see you. Stop by and say hi a little bit. It's a little exercise that I do out here. Yeah, nice to see you.
I like it.
So basically, you put it into the limelight so you can get information, right? And I understand what you said about taste, but the question is, do you think that taste is worth the sovereign being's life? That's a question to ponder. And where you might go in that area, which I've done this for a long time, where you might go is, well, they're not on the same level as us. Human beings.
I mean, we animals too at the end of the day. I wouldn't say that. It's just, I just haven't made the leap. It's,
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a card
I would
before
be
you go.
open to it, but it's not something.
Before you go, you got to take this card for sure if you can, and check out my channel. I have a YouTube channel, and all questions can be answered here, right? I mean, all the information we get is all furnished. It's all furnished. I don't make money off of this. You know what I mean? I come out here, just to share. It's just like it's an outlet of sharing information. There's really nothing to debate. People think, oh, he's out here debating. There's really nothing to debate. You yourself, you know that you can get everything from the vegan diet, right? But it's just kind of sharing and tilting to the animal outlook. Because once we tilt to the animal outlook, we can't argue anything. There's no debate there. I mean, we're saying your body, my choice, essentially. We're doing it 3 times a day, and we have this beautiful ability as human beings to now tilt and uptick our consciousness and consider them, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Cool. What was your name, man?
It's Bo, man. It's
Bo,
nice to meet you,
it's
bro.
nice to meet you.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
meet you,
kickstarting me here. You're my
Take it
first guy
easy.
tonight. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you later
Take
on.
it easy, man.
All right,
Have a
check
good
out the
one.
card. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here, everybody. That's right. Thank you, Roland. All protein originates in plants. That's it. Matthew says meat is good for you. No, it's not. You absolutely do not need it. Hi, guys. Anybody want to try this? Aren't you vegan yet? Woo. 3 quick questions. All right, wait, are you hopping over?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's go.
Set up. What
Okay,
you got going on
it's
right
a little.
now?
I'm on YouTube Live. You can or cannot. You don't have to be on it, but I'm YouTube Live. I just do a little thought experiment out here. I ask the public a few questions. It's super easy. As you can see, the sign says, "Why aren't you vegan?" Right? That's it. It's a simple thought experiment. The first question comes right off the cuff. Are you for or are you against animal abuse?
Well, I think that's a no-brainer. That's
Right?
a hard hill to die on, to be honest. If you're gonna go, you know what?
I love that. I love that.
Use those animals.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna have to go. No.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna
Right.
do
Exactly. Okay, that's perfect. The next question is: do you consider yourself, like to your friends and family, the people around you, just as your character? Do you consider yourself a guardian or a bully?
that.
Kind of mine.
Definitely not okay.
Yeah, right. I'd say guardian.
I would say a lover of God. If I
I love that. Yeah, yeah, even
Say
better.
that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's like the essence, right? I'm going for it. And then, would you? Okay, here's an easy one. This is not a thing. Would you prefer health or deteriorated disease?
Ah, again, if I gotta pick a hill to die on,
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm gonna die on the hill of health.
Hell, exactly. Okay, so all this is just a telling and showing you that you have a vegan ethos. Like you're already vegan ethically, but we've been tricked by profit engines, in essence, to kind of vote against our values 3 times a day, right? Let me pop this question: What from a non-vegan diet do you think you need to survive and thrive that you can't get on a vegan diet?
Nothing.
Okay. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Okay.
Nothing. Personally, me myself,
Yeah.
I'm a fish guy.
Okay.
Fish only.
Okay.
All the other stuff I'm kind of good on. But essentially, I'm like a step away from making a pet.
Let's go. I got to give you a card before I go. That's it. Like, I interviewed an author about a year ago, and he wrote a book that you got to read. It's called What a Fish Knows, right?
What a fish knows.
What a Fish Knows. His name is Jonathan Balcombe, and he wrote a big book. I think he's a fish scientist. I think he's called pathologist. But he's dedicated his whole life to fish sentience, to studying their interfamilial dynamics, their view of the world, right? And I'll give you a call before I go. I have the interview on my channel too, you can see it. But the book itself is so illuminating, and you'll be like, oh my God, I think I'm done with fish. You know, you can find fish nutritionally advanced. Algae is how fish get there. You know what I mean? They're omega 3s. But you have things like chia, walnut, and flax that synthesize ALA2 DHA and EPA, which is essentially the end effect of an omega 3. And you can get that from plants. You don't even need to get the algae. Check out this card. Yeah, and that's my YouTube channel. You know, all I do is interviews on Saturday nights like this, and I talk to amazing people like yourself. And I just got a point. You know, because you can't make anybody vegan. You cannot do that. But we can put things in the limelight to where the individual feels empowered at some point and makes that decision for themselves. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, dude, I appreciate it. What's your name?
You're a legend. I'm Jimmy.
Malik.
Malik.
It's good to meet you,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
you too.
Have a good one, guys.
Right. Have a great night. You guys want to try this? What's
Yeah, I
going on?
do actually. I'm really interested
Oh,
to hear your
amazing.
perspective.
Okay, I love that. Okay, so my name's James. I'm an animal rights activist, right?
Are you posting this on social media?
You're literally live on YouTube right now. You don't have to be.
Oh,
You don't,
no,
you don't,
that's fine.
You don't
I just-
have to be.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
see where I was.
Yeah, no, awesome. Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have pointed that out.
That's okay. I'm
Right
glad
off the
I
bat.
asked.
But okay, there's 3. All the sign says is, why aren't you vegan yet? 3 quick questions. Pretty
Okay.
straightforward.
Ask them.
The first question is, are you for or against animal abuse?
I'm against animal abuse.
That's an easy question.
Yeah, right? I
Um,
would think so.
As far as like character and ethics and your ethos goes, right? Would you consider yourself a guardian or a bully? Like, if it was to combine it.
You mean with animals?
Oh no, with everybody, with your family, your friends, your ethos, right?
Sure.
Who you are.
Yeah, I was in guardian.
Okay. The next one is, would you prefer? Oh, this is easy. This is stupid easy. Health or disease?
Health, of course.
This guy said.
Duh,
Health.
right?
Okay.
Health.
So, end of the day, you just pointed out that you have a vegan ethos.
Okay.
It's that simple. The
All
next
right.
question is,
Why? Can I ask you why?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Because you said you don't like animal abuse.
Okay.
In the industry, what happens to the animals is way worse. It's way worse than abuse. It's something 4, 5,
It can
6
be,
times an
sure.
uptick. Well, we're taking an entire life or something.
Sure.
And that's pretty profound. The second thing is guarding your bully, right? When you pay for things like this, when I go to the cash register and I vote for it,
You mean when you like purchase meat or cheese or eggs? Okay.
I'm saying I believe in
not saying
violence, and I'm contributing we're saying I'm voting for violence. So that's not a facet of a guardian.
Each time we purchase,
Just
you think
because
so?
of the oppressive backdrops of said system.
What do you think about where we purchase it from?
I don't think it matters
Okay.
because at the end of the day, we say your body, my choice.
What do you think about indigenous societies that use meat or
Yeah.
cheese or anything like that for
It's a great question.
nutrition
Yeah.
for their food?
Great question. So I think it comes down to doing one's best.
Okay.
Buddha's last words, the great Buddha, he actually said, all conditioned things are subject to decay, so all we can do in this life is strive for diligence, right? So that just means do your best. So we're not those people. Are we indigenous? Are we living in those areas? We're not. So the least we can do as compassionate human beings is yield the being their bodily sovereignty.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. What if we are purchasing from places that are, their whole like moral beliefs are from indigenous perspectives? What if
Yeah.
we are purchasing from people who are going out and hunting because it is their necessity?
Okay.
Like
shoring
it
them
doesn't
up.
matter. Yeah, like doesn't matter where we purchase from.
I'd say
As
there's
people who aren't
obviously-
vegan.
There's obviously equality that's different. There's a trajectory in the spectrum of better situations and worse
Sure.
situations.
Sure.
I mean, we know factory farming is like
The
if
worst.
there was hell, it would be that.
Absolutely.
I mean,
sure.
the movie Saw comes to mind.
Sure.
Or the movie, or worse than that. These places are horrible. But when I backtrack and I say it doesn't matter, it's because of the necessity factor.
Sure.
Because nutritionally, can you name anything we need from an animal?
Not inherently, no. I will say no.
Yeah.
And I also ask, you and I are both white people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So no, we don't need everything from an animal,
Right.
but someone who can't purchase things that say I do. I have an iron deficiency.
Okay.
And I could purchase the organic spinach from the grocery store, but someone that can't.
Yeah.
What do they do?
They do their best.
They do their best,
thing
but
to do is the
purchase
best thing
meat.
to do. Well, that's the best thing to do, but we all know what our best is. If that person has the resources to do it, but they kind of lean on that. It's a little too expensive, and I don't think that's fair to the animal. I think if they can do it, they should do it. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to be stewards of sovereign life, and that is affected by our knowledge. The supply and demand mechanism is our vote, political vote, our belief, anything.
How do you say that? What do you mean?
When we go put a dollar in the cash register,
Sure.
we're effectively voting for a system.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
sure.
Like,
What about people who are on Snap or Wix?
yeah, well, we can do our best. And this is why I'm doing these, and this is why I do these.
Yeah.
I want to talk to people like that.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it's very affordable. It's actually one of the cheapest things you can do is be vegan. If you eat the beans, the chickpeas, the lentils, the rice, if you eat certain, you don't have to buy organic, you just do your best.
Sure.
If you get tofu, you can find cheap tofu.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not rocket science. Beans are what? How much is a can of beans? 99 cents?
Sure. Right.
There you
Yeah.
go. You have all your amino acids. Every single plant food has every single essential amino acid.
Everyone.
Every single one of them.
Do you
There's
know
about 2 or 3 outliers, 100%. Yeah, there's 2 or 3 outliers that might not fit the bill, like duckweed or certain things along those lines. But the orange has every single 9 essential amino acids. So the lies we've been told that we need to put together this diet like a puzzle, they're nefarious. And we're here to just illuminate the public. And you don't need to listen to furnished information. And if you're compassionate, which I know you are,
Yeah.
because we stress tested that in the beginning.
Sure.
I mean, to be consistent and to not be a hypocrite, we have to be vegan. It's a hard and it's a harsh soundbite to accept, but we have to be.
Are you vegan due to nutritious purposes? Due to ethical purposes? Why are you vegan? Ethical.
So I'm
ethical.
Yeah, I'm 13 years vegan, right? My daughter's been vegan since birth.
Really?
She's
Ooh.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Was she breastfed?
If we're not giving her, she was. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The kids don't need anything. They need nothing from an animal. Literally zero.
No.
In fact, it makes
No.
them
Hey,
sick.
what about colostrum?
Well, can you amplify on that? Like,
Ooh, that is from animal milk.
well, you don't need that.
actually.
You don't need that at all. No, you do not. You do not need that.
Okay.
There's information's out there. When you're reading information, you might say that online. You might have read that online.
No, I didn't.
That even though fun such furniture.
Yeah, do I?
Like
Do I?
that's the big thing. I can tell you that's a lie. You don't.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I'm in school to be a registered dietitian.
Doesn't matter. The
Yes, it does.
whole dietitian thing, it's all funded by government. your education is funded by
Tell
government.
me.
Industry funds your education.
Right.
Sponsors you.
Right.
So if there aren't dietitians out there that know, it's kind of looking away, tilting away from such industrial showings up of.
Sure.
But you're just a dietitian. You're the industry has told you you're not getting it from any ethical place. You're getting it for the money.
You think so?
I know so.
You think so? I'm getting a master's degree because this is what the industry is telling me.
This is what you have to question. This is why this is a beautiful conversation.
Is
You
it?
have an interception here. I've intercepted a little bit of your.
Sure.
Your kind
And
of
you
line of
think
thought.
so? You think that I'm not a vegan because of what my schooling
Academia,
is telling
just so
me?
you guys know, academia in general is built off the shoulders of industry. So
I don't disagree completely.
You know that, right?
I don't
Yeah.
disagree completely. I do think that it is a privilege to be able to go to grad school. I think it is a
Yeah.
privilege to go get my master's and to become a registered dietitian.
Yeah.
And I do think
But you can
that
do it
it is.
responsibly now.
But
Like you
I
can
do.
it responsibly. 'Cause
And I
it's-
will say too,
Yeah.
like I don't
Dietitian.
necessarily disagree with your motives, and I don't disagree with being a vegan.
Oh, she's-
But I will
she's
say,
vegan.
like, it is not for everybody, and I think that pushing the motive that everybody should be a vegan is really harmful.
I can never make somebody vegan, not on the spot.
Right? No,
I
no.
can
In the
never
same
talk
way
to
that,
somebody.
right? In the
you know?
same way that, like, as a future registered dietitian,
Yeah.
like, I could never make anybody follow the perfect diet, right? Like, that is not.
You know the American Dietetic Association does not guide
No, I saw it on TikTok.
What is it?
the American Dietetic Association does not guide
American Dietetic Association.
That,
What is
that's who,
that?
that's who registers your RD.
No, the Academy.
Yeah, they may have
Academy.
renamed it over the past 5 years, but they don't guide you for that. You got to know these things. You're gonna come.
I
to
do know these
I
things.
don't think so.
And that is what I'm learning
Um,
in school.
I'm gonna pull it back. I'm gonna pull it back. I can't make anybody vegan, right? There's no way I can do that. I can't tell people out here you have to be vegan. It's a decision that people make once they make that they have that the inflection point. It's an empowering decision that we make on our own. But we have to know that there's no excuse not to be vegan in 2026. And the reason why I'm adamant, why I get out here and I tell people
Sure.
is because these little guys don't
No,
have
but for real, I
voice.
did find out.
Like cows and pigs and chickens.
Sure.
We
Have you ever looked
animals?
into like a pet's eyes or
Sure.
another animal in their eyes? Don't you think somebody's there?
Yes, I do. And I also think that there is, at the same time, like, when you look at animals and you look at their own environment, I think that within animals who are not domesticated, there is survival of the fittest. And I think that it's really difficult to say, like, yeah, like, sure, these animals have a life and these animals have what they could have, you know, and there's a lot that goes into that, and I think it's really nuanced. But I think like at the I think at the end of the day it's really hard because like if we're not using these animals for our own food, another animal is.
Yeah, you never know.
Right?
It's a vicious world out
Another animal is like that is
there.
survival of the
It's a
fittest.
vicious world out there.
Unfortunately, and I think I've learned, unfortunately, no, maybe not even unfortunately, but I think like I will say I come to this conversations with biases as someone who wants to be a registered dietitian,
Yeah.
and I come to this conversation with biases as somebody who has heard from friends who hunt for food.
Yeah.
You know, like I come with biases, sure.
Yeah.
And I think that those biases argue a point.
Okay.
I think that they argue a point, and I think,
I think
that they're
if we tilt to the animal outlook though,
sure.
there's never any debate. There never
Really?
was. There never was.
Okay.
Because
I tend
we're
to
judging.
disagree.
We're taking. We're saying your body, my choice. We're judging from their experience, which we have no idea of.
We
And
do know
and
that-
we know for a fact they're sentient like you and me.
Sure. And I think that if we study biology, we know that certain animals don't have those certain personality traits, or they don't have those certain conscious beliefs like we do as humans. They don't have those moral beliefs as we do as humans.
Or would you say no?
I would say no.
Okay.
Sure,
I
I
think we're
would
at
say
an
no.
impasse. I think we're at an impasse.
Sure.
I'm trying to get some conversations tonight. I just appreciate you and your vivacity, your energy.
You too.
Thank you. And
Absolutely.
you're honest, your candor. Your friends
Yeah.
are here.
Yeah.
I'm taking up all their time. What was your name?
Sorry, I'm Emma.
Emma, I'm Jimmy.
It was
Pleasure
so nice to meet you, and
I
it's
wish
really
you
nice
luck.
to have this
I do,
conversation.
on a serious note, I
Sure.
wish when it comes to, it's awesome you're getting your master's. It's a lot of work, right?
Thank you.
The one thing that I tell all my followers on my
Yeah, I
channel
would love to hear.
is to question everything moving
And I
forward.
do.
You have to know that all scientists, all dietitians, there's always a primary when it comes to research. You know what that
Sure.
is?
Yeah, it's bias. It's bias.
It's money.
And that's part of
money.
bias.
Yeah.
Sure.
And when
Sure.
money's in the picture, guys, all bets are off, and we have
I
to
mean,
question everything.
I will tell you also,
Yeah.
my friends and I were having this conversation before I came in to have this conversation.
Really?
with
Oh,
you.
that's cool. That's why you hung
No,
out.
is they were kind of like, I hope you kick his ass.
Aw,
I was
aw.
like,
I said, are you coming to argue? She said,
And
I
I
just
was
want
like-
to have a conversation.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
I said, I truly hope that we can just have a conversation because I'm not against you, and I hope you're not against me. And it's really to hear your perspective, and I hope
Yeah.
you hear mine.
Why would I be against? So, listen, let me tell you something. One thing, just as a blanket overarching statement,
Sure.
all of us are wounded by these things called
Hell yeah.
by profit engines, right? These profit narratives that they seek to suppress certain informations. They have got us doing things we don't want to do. We don't even realize we're doing.
Can I ask you a question totally like off the point?
Of course,
How do you feel about the new dietary guidelines?
not a fan. Not
Okay,
a fan.
we can agree on that.
Okay, solidarity there. Okay. Awesome. I'm not a fan. Yeah, and RFK Jr.
either.
What's going on with RFK Jr.?
No.
Who knows? How are any of these people getting into political spaces? I have no idea. It's like a cartoon, and that's where you got to look and you got to be like, is this real? That's where the Matrix mentality starts kicking in for me, at least. Anyway, I'll wish you guys bon voyage, and thank you
too.
for stopping and having a dialogue with me.
Yeah,
I guess,
absolutely.
Enjoy the rest
Have
of
a
your
great
night.
rest of your night. I hope you have some wonderful conversations.
Absolutely. Since
It
you
was
stopped
really
for
nice
so
to
long, I
meet
have
you.
to at least give you one of my cards. I have a
Sure.
YouTube channel,
All
so
right.
I have interviews I do with people,
Yeah.
and I have a lot of resources. And
Cool.
you'll see me a lot. I got over
I'm
500
really
videos.
excited to look
Yeah, it's
at
fun.
these.
It's fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. I'm
You guys-
always up for challenging my own biases, so thank
Right
you.
on. Right on. Awesome.
All right, cool.
Have a great night, guys.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
stopping.
You
Thanks
too.
for stopping.
You
Take care.
too.
Hi, everybody. Okay. We're kind of at an impasse there. Dominion, nice to see you. Roland's still in the house. Yeah, Misfit Vegan's awesome. Misfit is a legend. Misfit Vegan is a legend. Great interviewing a lot of great people, doing a lot of great things. Hi, guys. So that conversation was nice, cordial. She was going to school to be a registered dietitian. And I kind of pointed to the different things that are underneath the science enterprise. We kind of got to a palpable impasse, but stayed for a long time and really invested some time in the dialogue, and I gave her a card at the end. So hopefully she'll look at it. Yeah, isn't that legend? Yeah, Misfit Vegan doing awesome things. She picked the Enigma Vitamin B12 to go to Thailand with. Out of the, I guess two other books she has that she's going to bring. That's so cool though. Great book. Anybody that hasn't read it yet, read the book. Get informed of the truth. That's all the book is. Hi guys. Hi guys, you want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. All right guys. All right, we've already had a few conversations. What was my first guy? My first guy seemed pretty open-minded, he got a card and he stopped by and he listened. He had an issue with taste. We kind of pointed out that you got to ask yourself what's more important, the taste or the animal's life. It's a whole sovereign being. Roland says you're really good at keeping your cool. I always admire that from people like Ed Winters too. Yeah, when you've been through enough of these now, I don't really get too heated anymore. I've now done, I guess, over 200 live streams, and I've been in heated debates where my heart's pumping out of my body. And then you move through the trajectory. You move up. You realize there's no reason to debate, and there's really nothing to debate at the end of the day. And I guess we're more stress tested to take those more intense dialogues. Guys. All right, let's see if we can get some more people here. Hey guys, how's it going, everybody? Vegan 2026, you can do it. Okay. Oh boy, getting some sound bites over there. What's going on, guys?
Oh, you're always here! You're always
My
fucking
bad, I'll go somewhere else.
every time!
That's my spot. I guess they've seen me here before. They just went off. I got this is my spot. It's my perch. It's funny. This is just a nice little like nexus right here. I got traffic coming this way, traffic coming this way, traffic coming this way. I got a crosswalk here, so I've kind of thrown myself out right in the middle of it. It's a great spot. Anybody that wants to be a vegan activist, rip the Band-Aid off. When you do this, go hard. Just jump into the fray. Hi guys. Right, here we go. Here we go. Hi guys. Anybody want to try this?
Oh, this is it all? No.
Hey, hey, hey!
Oh,
Hey!
hold on, hey. Oh,
What's going on, buddy? How are you? How about this guy? What's going on, dude? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Okay. Yeah, did anybody see last night's fake B12 Friday? We smashed it, I thought, last night. We totally dissolved all the confusion between the soil and the lab notions. B12 was never in the soil. Absolutely never in the soil. What's going on, sir? How you doing? And I'm going to make some more shorts out of that and launch them just to hammer it in. Just to hammer it in. Oh, thanks. Yeah, hi there. How are you? That's funny. It's actually a nicer night out here tonight. Much nicer than it has been. I can actually wear this again. It's not frigid, crazy cold. Hi guys. You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few questions? Oh, Hurt. Have a good night.
And you too.
I gotta go to a movie. I should ask him, what movie you've seen? Just kidding. You guys can hear my audio, right? If I'm back here, you can hear my audio. I know. I got the hunter vest on. I know. Yeah. I didn't even mean for it to be this. I saw it and I was like, oh, it was on sale around Black Friday. And I was like, I'll get that combo. And then I could either be a Home Depot night shift employee or a hunter with this apparel. So that's how bad my taste is. That's why I need my wife to help me pick out clothes. Hi, guys. You ain't never had a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, bro? Have you? Whew. Oh, man, where do I go with that? Yeah, I've had them. What's going on, buddy? All right. I've had many a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. I've had the whole gamut. For 30 years, I was eating meat, cheese, milk, and eggs like none other. Kidding me? And then somebody intercepted me with the truth. And after steeping with it, it was time to change. Hi, guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few questions? Yeah, it's funny. You know, I was eating it nonstop. You don't even think about what it is. That's how good of a job that the profit engines have done. You don't even think about what it is. Hi, guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Hi, guys. Have a good night. Oh, nice. Guys, you try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Good questions.
Keep up with it.
That's all. all we can do. You know, we
All you need is a purpose, and you keep rolling with it.
share. There's nothing to debate here in essence. There's really nothing to debate. But we can share.
All you got is a message, and you go with it.
I love that. I love that. Thank
Hey,
you, sir.
take care.
Have a good one. Hey, nice seeing you, bro. Take care. Take care.
Good luck with the rest of the night.
Thank you. Take care. Enjoy the night. I talked to that guy last week. And the other guy just said, keep going. It was nice. It's a great message. That's what we can do. We just keep going, you know? Oh, thank you guys for being here. Got a tight-knit crew here tonight hanging out with me. Hi, guys. Anybody want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? No, I ain't. Oh, nice. You guys? Swirling sound. There's always something with my audio. Wonder what it is. Testing. Yeah, I don't know. We might have to roll with it. Hi, guys. Wait, what are you talking about? Might have to roll with it. I'm at. Okay. Let me see here. Testing. All cylinders look normal on my little reader here. Hi there. How are you? I wonder if I were to plug the mic in, plug it out, plug it in, see if that makes a difference. Just a sec here. Okay. I don't know if that made any difference at all, but might be all I can do for now. All right. Hi guys, you guys want to try this? Why don't you I found this to be a great approach now. I think I've streamlined it. You get, I really think it's a good kind of formula to copy and paste. You make sure they know what they're getting into with the word vegan. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Any questions? All right, guys. And then you right off the bat hit them with, are you for or against animal abuse? You know, that's going to be my first question from here on in. I think it sets the tone so they know where it's going. And then, are you a guardian or a bully? Health or disease? And then, what nutritionally do you need from an animal that you can't get from a vegan diet? Boom. Shores everything up. Vegan guy Rye in the house. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Any questions? All right, guys. Have a good night. Hi, guys.
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you want to try this?
Featured on something?
It's just like a little YouTube live. I just got a few people. We're just all hanging out right now. All I do is I just ask the public a few questions. It's simple, and they're easy questions, guys. They're actually easy questions. You're going to answer them, boom, just like that. The first one is, are you guys for or against animal abuse? Against with conviction, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is, would you consider yourselves guardians, like to your friends, your family, or would you consider yourself more of a bully?
Guardian.
Guardians. Hard guardians. Okay. The next one is health. Would you prefer health or deteriorative disease?
Hell.
That's an easy one too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Last question. Now this one shores it up. Now this is the big one, guys. This is the big one. What nutritionally do you need from a non-vegan diet that you cannot get from a vegan diet?
Fruit.
Like, what's missing from a vegan diet? What's missing from a vegan diet? That you can't, that you have to use meat or cheese and milk and eggs to get.
Oh,
And, you know,
French toast.
okay. That's a good one. There are vegan versions of, but I can tell you right here, right now, you don't eat anything from an animal or of an animal, right? I'm vegan 13 years. My daughter's been vegan since birth. You're vegan? Oh, that's amazing. Are you? Oh, okay. You can do it in 2026, and those first three questions, that's what I point back to. Because it's all ethos. It's what we're carrying into the world. And it's the example we set for our kids, our friends, our family. When we go to the cash register and we put a vote, $1 in for whatever, a cheeseburger or a pizza, we don't know this, but we're supporting very violent systems. And we're doing it 3 times a day. But now we have this beautiful opportunity. In 2026, I got YouTube Live, I got social media. We can share with people and just point. All we can do is point. And it's up to the individual, once you're ready, to make that decision and say, fuck the man, I'm going vegan. You know? You can do it. It's that's what it comes down to. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
No, yeah.
I appreciate the stop. I appreciate the stop.
Thank you so much.
Made me rethink.
Absolutely, and that's the goal, guys. All right, have a good night. They're kind of vibe. They were kind of. That was going to be about it. They were kind of on their way. Yeah, there's no argument. Just like there's no argument. There's no argument with the B12 thing anyway. There's no argument with the vegan thing. Okay, MK83rd says, change my mind. Where's your mind at, MK? Wasn't that funny last night? That guy came in and gave me $5 and then says, convince me to be vegan in 2 minutes. And then I guess I pissed him off. Hi guys, you guys want to try this? I guess I pissed him off, huh? He didn't like it. He called us a cult and stormed out of there. All it is tilting to the animal outlook. All it is compassion. It's really simple. But we've been trained to think that, oh my God, it's a cult. I even thought it was a cult. Before I went vegan, I watched Gary Yourofsky's speech the first time, and I went into my place of work, and I made fun of him and said, this guy's in a cult. He's this bald dude running around trying to brainwash students into a cult. Hey guys, you guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
I can't be vegan,
guys. Yeah, you can. Come on. Have a good night, guys. But I watched the speech the first time, and that's what I did. This man that's how strong the inertia is. That's how keen and clever the trickery is from the profit engines. They've built it out to get you to think that. Hi, how you doing? You want to try this?
Yeah, like what is it?
Okay, so I'm just on YouTube Live. I come out here into the street. I ask the public 3 quick, easy questions, really.
Okay.
My name is James. I'm just a vegan activist. And I do this on the weekends, right? So thanks for coming over. See, sometimes I just have to have the sign out. Friendly people will come over.
Yeah.
My first question is, are you for or against animal abuse?
Against.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
And most people are, right? That's our
Yeah.
automatic. Because if I see an animal getting kicked or an animal getting hurt, I'm stepping in. You know?
Yeah.
The second one is, do you see yourself as a guardian or a bully?
When you find her,
A guardian. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the next one's easy. Health or disease? It's kind of binary. Health or disease? That's where it gets stupid. But I'm trying to point somewhere. Basically, your answers to all those questions point to a very fundamental fact that you have a vegan ethos, you have a vegan heart. That's kind of your nexus that so the last question is, so I kind of cheated before, is what nutritional do you need from an animal that you cannot get on a vegan diet?
I guess protein.
Protein's a big one, and that's like the main one that I get. That's the main one that I get. Yeah, believe it or not, all the animals, they eat plants, so they get protein from the plants, right? And even an orange, like a little orange, has every single essential amino acid that you need. Even an orange, everything in the plant kingdom does. There's a few outliers, very few, that they don't have all 9, but they all have all 9, essentially. So that being said, like at the end of the day, we know that we don't need anything nutritional from the animal. My goal is to point people towards the who behind those eyes. Like when you look at an animal like a pig or a chicken or a cow, do you see someone behind those eyes?
I mean, I see it.
Okay. Okay. Would you have any pets?
No, not right
Okay. Oh, have you ever had any pets?
now. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, and like your dog or your cat, did you consider them as family or as part?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that dynamic is very true. You know, and we've been taught to not see that dynamic. We've been taught by very nefarious bad actors who stand to gain from our not knowing, right? So all I do is just let people know that you can do it. You can take your creativity back, your autonomy back, your strength back, your compassion back. It's all actions, right? You do that by going through them. Would you take a card if I gave you a card?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Do you have any questions for me? What would be the biggest thing stopping you from going?
I guess. I don't know. I like the way meat tastes. I guess.
Taste is a big one.
Yeah.
For 30 years, I was eating meat almost every meal. I loved the taste of it, absolutely. But like I was just telling them, at a certain point, I was intercepted by a speech where he said, one of the things he said was, is that taste worth more than someone else's life? And we can all answer and like have our answers and stuff for it, and be well accepted because 99% of everybody is all eating meat. But the truth is, we all know the truth deep down. It's in us. So, but what was your first name?
Sophia.
Sophia, I'm Jimmy. Can I shake your hand?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for stopping by. Check it out. And yeah, that's my YouTube channel. So you'll see a lot of different stuff on there as well. So thank you for stopping by. All right, guys. So we got a few more people in the chat. King says, do you know that grass adapts its growth to grazing patterns and certain trees communicate turning their leaves bitter when one tree is being eaten? I don't deny the life of plants. I don't deny the life of trees, okay? There's something that is very kind of manipulative when people frame these things and they actually defend these things in terms of defending a non-vegan diet. Now, we have to understand that animals are markedly sentient. Eyes to see, noses to breathe, mouths to eat, hearts to feel, families to have. And we have to understand that this takes precedence over trees and things along those lines. And deep down in your heart, whoever's asking that, you know the truth. You already know the truth. But what happens is we have this kind of affinity for our ways, and these arguments sprout from this deep affinity, this deep kind of wanting not to miss out on something. So we do these mental gymnastics. I mean, it's not fair. You're looking at like a tomato, and you cut the tomato open, and then you cut a puppy open right next to it. Your heart knows where the compassion goes towards. Your heart knows what needs considering. Not the tomato, though. Come on. We got to do better with these plants, these sophisticated plants lives matter arguments. Oh, dear. God damn it. The mic sound is still bad. Maybe it's the guy that's over there. How's the sound now? Because I'm right next to a car that's just playing music. Is it any better? Someone said, I will not let Charles Darwin down. Survival of the fittest. I will stay at the top of the food chain. Okay, buddy. You don't have to listen to dogma, which is what Charles Darwin is. That's called dogma. Do you guys, how's the sound right now? Because I've moved away from the car a little bit. If it's, maybe I'll here, let's move up here for a little bit. We'll kind of take a different geographic area. The danger done to provide certain crops are far worse than the regenerative farm. No, regenerative farming is absolutely horrific. It's horrible. It's a cop-out for people that are they have that affinity for being a carnivore. It's totally furnished information that does nothing for the animal. You're still taking the life. You're saying your body, my choice, to a sovereign being and imposing direct violence on somebody. And then virtue signaling that and using that beautiful word, regenerative. No. You can take that shit and get the hell out of here. It's not fair. It's nefarious to those beings that don't have a voice. And we're going to start using all these little buzzwords to make ourselves feel better about our unethical choices as human beings. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Can you guys hear me better now? Is the sound any better? Okay. Autistic, hey, at least you're back. You're funny. Okay, the sound is better. Okay, we'll hang out here for a little bit. Autistic, didn't you pop into the B12 Friday? And that's how we first met. You keep coming back. Hi guys. You guys want to try this? Aren't you vegan yet?
Please stop. I'm so tired. That sounds good.
All right, we got about 10 more minutes, guys. Dogma is the result of somebody else's thinking. That's what dogma is, Hagen. Dogma is the result of somebody else's thinking. Okay, good. Good. I hope that helps, Hagen. You don't have to live your life by dogma. Hi, guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions? No. Just test your values? Okay. Good night, guys. Oh, my God. Vaccinating sheep is insane. Just stop. Yikes. That whole regenerative movement just sickens me with the regenerative farming. It just sickens me. It's like they've come up with new buzzwords and whole new ways to do mental gymnastics and appeal to people's ethoses that and still misdirecting while they're going and slitting throats, taking babies, sexually assaulting others. And we're gonna window dress this little term regenerative and make it all better. No, get out of here. I'm sorry, I just can't stand that way. I got a few more minutes. I'm going to have to wrap it up. We had a few conversations tonight. I think that we did pretty good. We handed out some cards. We had a few conversations, one conversation that got pretty intense, guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few questions? All right, guys. And we got out here and we shared the good news. And that's why we're out here. That's it. What Dominion said. Just leave the animals alone. Stop making excuses, guys. To anybody that's not vegan yet, stop making excuses. Leave the animals alone. Stop seeking, searching, and just relax. Listen to yourself. You don't need anybody to tell you anything. You don't need to listen to dogma. Listen to yourself. You know deep down. You have a compassion that underlies, and that's there. It's been buried and blocked by profit engines. You know. But we're going to give it till 55 minutes. Mark, what's going on here? We'll take on. In fact, I probably should wrap it up now because I got to be back at the fort at a certain time. So I will go ahead and we'll do a little walking and talking here. We'll go ahead and kind of wrap up now. Nice night in the city. People are actually wearing short sleeve shirts. People are wearing light coats tonight. Exciting times, exciting times. I'm ready to get out of here and do some. I'm ready to get back to the city dock and do some activism down there. All that traffic in the summertime. And yeah, just keep on doing this. Just keep on doing this. Steven in the house. What's going on, sir? Nice to see you. Oh, man. I'm going to have to stress test this mic later this week to see what the heck's going on. This mic has already given me issues. I thought I just fixed it. All good. We'll figure it out. Roland says, when I became vegan is when I discovered so many more options of food to eat that I didn't know existed. Animal products are only 3 ingredients. Exactly. It's a whole utopia that awaits everybody. That's what I tell people. So many different seasonings and saucings and texturings. So many different new things for you to try. I've been eating jicama a little bit lately. Jicama, which in a salad is great. You get a nice dressing on that. It's got a nice kind of meaty crunch and mouthfeel to it. There's all kinds of things out there, guys. From mulberries to quinoa, a whole family of legumes. You'd be amazed what you can do with chickpeas and lentils and beans. You'd be amazed what you can do with tofu. You can blacken it, season it, give it a Asian fusion sauce. Oh, it's limitless. It's limitless. It's a whole new world. Yep. When did convince? Okay, Hagen. Well, thanks for being here, dude. We're just sharing information. That's all we're doing. You know, it's funny that from earlier, the girl's friends were like, she said she wanted to come over here and kick your butt, and you know, it was all in good spirit. But it's not a debate. There's no really debating this. You know, that's the thing. There's really no debating this. All right, guys. Well, I'm back in my hub for a second. I'm gonna get ready to go back now. Yeah, beautiful night here. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. We got the Capitol right there. You can't really see through the trees, but really nice little strip here with all kinds of shops and restaurants and bars. It really is a nice town, a magical town that I live in. I do love this town. All right, everybody. Hey, Hamza in the house. Nice. Ate some fresh mulberries yesterday. Dang. Oh my gosh. Legend. That's awesome. Exactly. Debates are for people who like to argue. Debates are for your own ego. Debates are not for the truth. They are for feeding egos. They really are. You know, I'd say 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. All right, everybody. Now the mic's better. Okay, that's good to hear. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll still test this mic this week and see what's going on. But yeah, stay tuned to some new shorts. I'm trying my best to launch a short a day now just to get back into the algo and start getting some momentum back. But I'll definitely be making some shorts on tonight. I'll be making some shorts on the fake B12 Friday we did last night. I think that was a solid B12 Friday. I'll have some more coming out of there. Hopefully, I'll pick some good ones. And, you know, we'll just keep going out there sharing the truth the best we can. That's all we can do is do our best. All right, guys. Absolutely, absolute dominion, and thank you all for having a you know, consideration for the truth. Thank you for sticking with me. Love you all, and until the next time. All right, guys.